What's up? Christy, One Love Fellowship for Followers of Christ. Yes, we're having a lazy Sunday. It is what it is. Want to hear a funny story that I just remembered that kind of links together some of the corruption, aka coincidences, that I've experienced in my lifetime? Okay, so the summer before freshman year of high school, we went to band camp because I was in band. And my middle school best friend in the whole world, which granted I had a few different people that I consider my best friends, because to me there was like different groups that I resonated with, and the one individual in that group that I was actually super close to, like, to me that was my best friend, at least among that group. But the person that I truly considered like my best friend of all friends at that time, we were in band together. I think we both played flute. I think she ended up playing piccolo, but whatever. It's not important. Anyway, so during band camp that summer, I had connected with this young man, and it was very brief. I mean, band camp was only like a week or two or whatever, but we had flirted with each other, and we kind of had a little thing, and I was looking forward to seeing him when school started. And here's the thing. I am terrible with names and sometimes even faces. Sometimes if I've only had brief interactions with you, especially if I'm meeting a lot of new people all at one time, then I get like face blindness and name blindness. I mix up faces, names, whatever. But the most striking thing about him at the time was his haircut, because that was back when, like Bobby Brown, whatever, there was like this kind of like flat top fade thing that some particularly African American boys would do, and it would be like uneven. There would be like part of it that was taller than the other part, and he had that going on. And so that was the way that I remembered who he was his haircut. It was very distinctive and stood out. And so when school started and I was eager to see him again, we were, I guess like in the band room or wherever it was, and he came up and tried to talk to me, but I didn't realize it was him because he had gotten his hair cut. And here's the thing. I blew him off when he tried to talk to me because I was waiting. I blew off Cedric because I didn't recognize that he was Cedric, and I was waiting for Cedric. That's what happened. I was actually eagerly awaiting the arrival of the young man that I had been flirting with, connecting with, whatever you want to call it, over band camp. But I recognized him by his haircut, and this young man did not have that haircut. And so when he tried to talk to me, I was like, psh. Well, he ended up dating my best friend. And as far as I know, they're still together. And the thing is I wasn't even like, I was kind of, when I realized who he was and that I had blown him off, I felt really bad about it. And I was kind of, disappointed, but I was so happy for them that they found each other. It never occurred to me that there was any type of like revenge plot afoot or anything like that. Like, why would you need to take revenge on me if you two found each other and you're happy? And you stayed together all through high school, and you got married, and you had kids, and he's a police officer. Like, why would you need to seek revenge on me? That's so weird. Anyway, it's just strange to me because in thinking about all of this stuff with the therapist situation, I was thinking about how that friend who I had to actively pursue a friendship with, and that's the thing, is I realized I should have known, because after high school, there was a period where, we had basically lost touch. And part of it was because a lot of the things I was going through, I knew I couldn't talk to her about. She wouldn't understand. She would judge me. That right there should have let me know that she wasn't a good friend. But I really valued her opinion. I really respected her. And I wouldn't want to disappoint her or let her down. So I didn't share certain things with her because I knew she would look down on me. Anyway, I actively wanted to find out like what's going on with this friendship. Are you not wanting to be my friend anymore? Like, are we not friends anymore? Because I miss you and I miss the connection that we had, and I really need a good stable friend in my life. And I remember going to her grandmother's house one day, and sitting out on the front, like porch area or whatever, and talking to her. And I guess in her own way, she was trying to let me down easily with the whole, like, we just grew apart thing, whatever. I don't know. But I didn't fully grasp it at the time. Of course, I didn't know I was autistic at the time. But either way, I didn't fully grasp it at the time that that was her way of letting me know that she didn't want to be my friend. And so I actively attempted to maintain this friendship up until like literally just a couple years ago. I was still at least texting her every year on her birthday. And it's just crazy to me because there were periods of time that we got closer for a while and things seemed like they were going to be okay. But then as soon as I was going through hard times myself, the relationship fell apart and there was no connection. And the crazy thing is there was a point right after I had my second child when I was struggling with a lot and postpartum depression and all of that. And we had gone to the high school. It had been our 10-year high school reunion. So I had gotten reconnected with people from high school there for a while and, was interacting with them quite a bit more. And her mom started babysitting my child for me so that I could go back to school, I think. I think that's what it was. Anyway, she was the one who suggested my last in-person therapist to me. And it's just strange to me now looking back on it all, how connected it all is with her husband being on the police force. I've had issues here like with law enforcement because they always protect my abusers and I always end up in trouble. And it just dawned on me going back to that very initial starting point that on some level, whether he's conscious of it or not, whether she's conscious of it or not, apparently there's a grudge because I blew off Cedric for Cedric. Like, instead of even understanding that the reason that I blew him off was because I didn't know he was him and I was trying to be faithful to him, it's like it got internalized and it was like, oh, well, if you don't want me, I'm just going to date your best friend to piss you off. What? And then make it my lifelong mission to target you. I mean, I don't want to believe that. That sounds really crazy. And I genuinely, in my mind and heart, want to believe that these people are relatively innocent and good people in their core, But that's just an insane revelation that I just had. So I don't know who this will help or if it'll help anyone at all. But I hope it helps someone today. Just remember, you are loved. You are forgiven. You can be saved no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what you've done or what's been done to you. You can repent, you can repair, you can be redeemed. And also, Cedric, if you happen to see this, dude, my apologies for blowing you off, but please understand that I was blowing you off because I didn't know you were you. And if anything, you should have felt like, validated that because I didn't recognize you as you and I actually liked you and I wanted to, not talk to another guy who wasn't you, that's why I blew you off. Because I was trying to be loyal to you. So, anyway, whatever. I mean, you ended up with my best friend and I was so happy for you, for your family. Genuinely wanted to celebrate all of your milestones and all of your... Anyway, much love.